Hello dear children, welcome to the maths class. The last day we have seen about equivalent fractions, how to find the equivalent fractions if a particular condition is given, and also to compare the fractions, how we do the comparison for like fraction, or in general how to do the comparison. Now today we will be learning yet another one concept, that is simplest form of a fraction. Simplest or lowest form of a fraction. Now what is the meaning of simplest form of a fraction? A fraction is said to be in the simplest form if its numerator and denominator has got only 1 as its common factor. Only 1, this one. Only 1 as its common factor. See, go back to the chapter playing with numbers. There we have learned about common factors. What are factors we have learned, and how to find the factors we have learned. Given two numbers, how to find the common factor also we have learned. So there we have learned one term for those numbers which have only 1 as their common factor. What are those numbers called as? They are called as coprimes. We have learned that already. So what are coprimes? Numbers which have only 1 as their common factor. See, suppose you take the numbers 2 and 4. What are the factors of 2? 1 and 2. What are the factors of 4? 1, 2, 4. So there we find that 2 and 4 have got 2 also as its factor. So it is not a coprime. They are not coprimes. But if you take the numbers 5 and 7, what are the factors for 5? 1 and 5. Factors for 7? 1 and 7. So there the common factor is only 1. That is why we call 5 and 7 as coprimes. So here also a fraction is said to be in the simplest form if its numerator and denominator are coprimes, or they are having only 1 as their common factor. It is also said to be in the lowest form. That also can be used, reducing to the lowest form. Now let us take some examples and find how we are going to reduce it to the simplest or the lowest form. Now take an example, 12 by 50. Is this in the reduced form? Let us first find that. See the factors for 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And factors for 50. 1, 2, 5, 10. So there we are having 2 also. So 12 and 50 are not coprimes, which means this can be reduced to a simpler form where the final numerator and denominator of the fraction what we are getting are coprimes. There are two methods by which we can simplify or write a fraction or reduce a fraction into the lowest form. The first method. Here what we do is you divide both numerator and denominator with the same number. Any number you can choose. Any number. Only condition is both numerator and denominator should be divided with the same number. So for convenience, let us start with the least number. For convenience, it is up to you. You can choose any number. But for convenience, it will always be better if you start with the lowest number. So the lowest being 2. So you divide both numerator and denominator with 2. So here we are going to take the first step. Numerator divided by 2. Denominator is also going to be divided by 2. So 12 divided by 2. What is 12 divided by 2? 6. 50 divided by 2? 25. 6 by 25. Now here you see whether they are coprimes or are they having more factors, common factors. What are the factors of 6? 1, 2, 3 and 6. 25, 1, 5 and 25. So are they having more common factors? No, they are having only 1 as their common factor. So 6 and 25 are co-primes. So the reduced or simplest or lowest form of 12 by 50 is 6 by 25. One more example let us take. 32 by 48. Now here, you know, 32 and 48, they are even numbers because the last digit, that is the units place digit, is 2 and 8, which are even numbers, which means they are divisible by 2. So they are not co-primes. So as a first step, what you do? You divide both of them with the same number. So start with the least. So you divide both of them with 2. So dividing both 32 and 48 by 2. What do you get? 32 divided by 2 is 16 and 48 divided by 2 is 24. 16 by 24. Now 16 by 24. Again the units place digits are 6 and 4, which are even, which means they are not co-primes. They are having 2 also as its common factor. So what do you do? Again go for dividing. You can divide with any number, only condition is both numerator and denominator should be divided with the same number. So here also you can start dividing with the least number or the smallest number. Which is the smallest number? 2. Since both of them are divisible by 2, we divide it with 2. So numerator 16 to be divided by 2, denominator 24 also to be divided by 2. Now 16 divided by 2, how much? 8. 24 divided by 2, 12. 8 by 12. Again 8 by 12. They are not co-primes. So go for division again. So here, as I told you, you can choose any number. So now I am going to take another one number for dividing both the numerator and the denominator. 8 is divisible by 4. 12 is also divisible by 4. So I shall go for dividing with 4. But the condition is both numerator and denominator should be divided with 4. So 8 divided by 4. 12 also divided by 4. 8 divided by 4 is 2. 12 divided by 4 is 3. 2 by 3. Now 2 by 3. They are having only 1 as their common factor, or they are co-primes. So further we cannot reduce it. So the reduced form of 32 by 48 is 2 by 3. See, it can be done in one more way. Say 32 by 48. See, both of these numbers are divisible by 8. That case also you can do the division. I told you, if you start with the least number, it will be more convenient for you. If you are able to do the division with bigger numbers, well and good. Go for that. So here 32 and 48 both are divisible by 8. So you can divide 32 with 8, 48 also with 8. 32 divided by 8 is 8 4s are 32. And 48 divided by 8 is 6. 4 by 6. Again what will you do? 4 and 6, they are divisible by 2. So divide both of them with 2. 4 divided by 2, 2. 6 divided by 2, 3. 2 by 3. So here we are taking into consideration one more concept, the divisibility test. You see the numerator and denominator, the divisibility test for each number. Whether both of them are divisible by 2, okay, then we will do the division by 2. If it is divisible by 3, both of them, we can go for the division with 3. Is it divisible by 5? So in that case, step by step division we are doing. We reach to till we reach a particular point where the numerator and denominator are co-primes. That means they are having only 1 as their common factor. One more example let us take. We are having 30 by 35. So if you start with the least number, say 2. 30 is divisible by 2, but 35 is not divisible by 2 because 5, the units place digit, is a odd number. So we cannot divide. Go for the next number, 3. 30 is divisible by 3, 35 not divisible by 3. 4. Let us go for next 5. See whether both of them are divisible. 30 is divisible by 5, 35 is also divisible by 5. So what we do? Divide both these with 5. 30 divided by 5, 6. 35 divided by 5, 7. So the simplest form is 6 by 7. So we have seen how to reduce a given fraction in the simplest form by first method, that is by dividing continuously with the same number, the numerator and the denominator. Now the second method is you find the HCF, the highest common factor of the given numerator and denominator of the fraction. Then divide both numerator and denominator with this HCF. So what is the second method? First you will find the HCF of the numerator and denominator of the given fraction. Then after finding HCF, divide both numerator and denominator with this HCF, you will get the simplest form. Now finding HCF. We have already learned in the chapter playing with numbers how to find the HCF. Different methods we have learned. First is finding the factors, then finding the common factor, and then finding the highest of the common factors, or by prime factorization. You find the prime factorization of the given numbers and take the common ones in the minima. That is how we have found the HCF. Now here one more method we will see how to find the HCF in an easier way, and that is by division method. Division method. So let us first learn how to find the HCF by division method so that we can apply that here for reducing the given fraction. Suppose you are given two numbers 25 and 35. You are asked to find the HCF of 25 and 35. I told you we are going for a new method for finding HCF, that is by division. Now here what we do is you divide the bigger number with the smaller number. Start the division by dividing the bigger number with the smaller number. Which is the bigger number here? 35. So you divide 35 with 25, which means the smaller number is the divisor. So unlike the normal way of dividing, the way of writing is slightly different here. We are not writing the quotient above here. Instead, we are going to write the quotient to the side. It's not like normal division, a little bit different. So as a first step, you divide the bigger number with the smaller number. So 35 divided by 25. 25 goes how many times in 35? 25 ones are 25, 25 twos are 50. 50 is more than 35. So 25 goes in 35 only one time. So 25 ones are 25. Now you do the subtraction. 35 minus 25, 5 minus 5, 0, 3 minus 2, 1. Now the next step is this remainder becomes the divisor. The remainder becomes the divisor, and the dividend is the first divisor, that is 25. 25 will be the dividend, which means you are going to divide 25 with 10. So here I have put to write the quotient. Now see how many times 10 goes in 25. 10 ones are 10, 10 twos are 20, 10 threes are 30. So 30 is more than 25. So how many times? Maximum 2 times. So 10 twos are 20. Again subtract. Like normal division only we are doing here. So 25 minus 20, 5. Now this 5, which is a remainder, becomes the divisor. And what will be the dividend? The second divisor will be the dividend. So 10 to be divided with 5. 10 to be divided with 5. So here what you do is, see how many times 5 goes in 10. How many times? 2 times. 5 2s are 10. What is the remainder? 0. Once you reach the remainder as 0, or you are continuously dividing till you get the remainder 0. Once you get the remainder as 0, then that last divisor will be the HCF. So what is HCF here? The HCF will be 5, the last divisor. One more example we will take to make it more clear. Now let us take two numbers, say 60 and 80 and 60 to find the HCF. So what is the first step? By division method we are going to find out. The first step will be to divide the larger number with the smaller number. So which among this is the larger number? 80. So 80 becomes the dividend and 60 becomes the divisor. So 60 in 80, how many times? 61s are 60, 62s are 120. So 60 ones are 60. Subtract 80 minus 60, 20. Now this remainder 20 will become the divisor. And what is the dividend? The first divisor will be the dividend. So you have to divide 60 with 20. Now 20 in 60, how many times? 23s are 60. Subtract. The remainder is 0. So what is HCF? When the remainder becomes 0, the divisor at that step or the last divisor. What is the divisor here? 20. That will be the HCF. So HCF of 80 and 60 is 20. So understood how to find the HCF by the division method. Now to write or reduce a fraction in the lowest form, by the method of finding HCF, what we do is, after finding HCF, you divide both numerator and denominator with the HCF. So suppose you are having the fraction as say 60 by 80. The fraction is 60 by 80. So what we do? First we find the HCF of 60 and 80. Whether 60 is given as a numerator or 80 is given as a numerator doesn't matter for us. You will take the greater number and then divide it with the smaller number to find the HCF. So given the fraction 60 by 80, we found the HCF to be 20 by division method. Now what is the next step? You will have to divide both the numerator and the denominator with the HCF. So 60 divided by 20, 80 also to be divided by 20. 60 divided by 20, it will be 3, and 80 divided by 20 will be 4. So the reduced form is 3 by 4. So understood how to reduce a given fraction by the method of finding HCF. First you will find the HCF. Any method you can use, but for convenience, that is, I think this is the easiest way for finding the HCF by division method. After finding the HCF, what you have to do? You have to divide the numerator and the denominator with the HCF to get the reduced form. One more we will do. Now suppose you have a fraction 55 by 25 and you are asked to reduce it to the simplest form. So what is the first step here? To find the HCF. So you have to find the HCF of 55 and 25. What you do there? Divide the greater number with the smaller number, which is the greater number 55. So 55 becomes the dividend and the 25 becomes the divisor. 25 and 55, how many times? 25 ones are 25, 25 twos are 50, 25 threes are 75. So maximum 2 times. So 25 twos are 50. Subtract 55 minus 50, you are getting it as 5. Now this 5 will become the divisor, and which is the dividend? The first divisor, that is 25. So you have to divide 25 with 5. How many times? 5 in 25. 5 5s are 25. Subtract. The remainder is 0. So once the remainder becomes 0, the last divisor will be the HCF. So what is the last divisor here? 5. So HCF of 55 and 25 is 5. Now to reduce this fraction to the lowest form, you have to divide both numerator and denominator with the HCF. The HCF is 5. So 55 divided by 5, 25 divided by 5. What is 55 divided by 5? 11. And 25 divided by 5, 5. 11 by 5 is the reduced or simplest or lowest form of the fraction 55 by 25. So today we have learned how to reduce a given fraction to the lowest form by two methods. First method was by successive division. That is, you go on dividing both the numerator and denominator with the same number till you get a fraction where the numerator and denominator are co-primes. The second method was by finding HCF and then dividing the numerator and denominator with the HCF. So hope all of you have understood the concept. Thank you, children.